Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. So many help wanted signs. You know what? This is just general commentary, and I've talked about this before. There's a ton of jobs out here. There are a ton of jobs, yet you got people, it's already bad enough. Some people are walking off a job because, the whole vaccine mandate, which I support people doing that personally. But a lot of people walking off and it has nothing to do with vaccines. They just, they feel like they should get more money and all of this stuff. And I'm like, well, first of all, understand business in general. Understand business. You can want more money, but they might not be in position, like a business might not be in position to give somebody more money. And then they might get sneaky. And I've been seeing this way before what's going on now. Because I told you I used to work retail, and I noticed, they would gradually get rid of people. And then the people left, they make a little bit more money. But they would have more responsibility. Because even when they talking about these things of, higher minimum wage, if you pay attention to those places, like if you had say you had a store, mid-sized store or something, they had maybe 30 employees. And of course, managers and then a whole bunch of people, like say 20 of them were minimum wage. Okay, they increase the minimum wage. Everybody's like, yay, yay, yay. But all of a sudden, those 20 employees go down to 10 and they working extra hard. Always peep the game, right? So, but, you got people, they don't want to work on a job. And then you got some other people, they feeling like, hey, we getting these benefits and everything. Why should we work? Because I've heard of people actually making more money from benefits than they were on a job. All right. But now what's happening now? They're going to slowly cut the benefits. And then what's happening is with all this stuff, all these forces, a lot of these jobs are open. I'm just driving around. I can't remember any time in my life I've seen so many help wanted signs. And I mean everything from big old like billboards flashing, hey, help wanted. Like I drove past this nursing home, newly built. It was built like within the last 8 years. The last 8 years and stuff. In fact, it was the last 8 years because when my mother was still alive, rest her soul, I was thinking, man, if they were around when we had to put her into a nursing home, shoot, it'd have been right there, right? They got a big billboard saying, hey, help wanted. My cleaners, because, Rom got to keep his stuff clean. And, I'm real cool with one of the owners of it. Real cool, real sweet. She, hey, Rom, how you doing? And, she hooks a brother up. I mean, really, she hooks a brother up. But she be like, she needs help. She needs help. She got a handwritten sign in the window. They need some help around there. And she's saying, sometimes I give them a couple extra days to get my clothes back to me because of how busy they stay. And I'm just like, without the help. And you got a lot of places looking for workers. Just looking for workers. Now, I know a lot of people think, well, they got to pay a living wage and stuff. But you know what? Just a reality. Some places are just really part-time. You can start off part-time and build. And I'm going to say this. And you know what? Some people might say this is controversial. If you don't have any skill in something, you need to start off minimum wage. Now, first of all, even if you got a kids, family, all this other stuff, but you don't have skills in that profession, why should you get a big salary? You untrained. Now, if you are trained in that profession, and you really good at it, you got skills, you got it on your resume, well, hell yeah, you should get money. That's when you're entitled to it. But you got a lot of people asking, and it's like they just started. They want to start off making big money. I'm like, no. Unless you got training, that's the only time. But I'm seeing all of this and I'm like, man, this is crazy. Because, and I've said this before, it's going to affect, people might think something in one area doesn't affect something else. Like like at my local mall, the only thing keeping that mall afloat is a Macy's. That's the only thing, big old department store. Because they had a Sears as an anchor too, but Sears is out of business. And, I walk through there, and I know a lot of people that work at the Macy's and stuff with some really good friends and stuff. And I walk through there. I walk through the mall sometime, because there's a store in there my sons love. So, be going in there with him and with them, really, because they like the mall. But I'm looking at it and everything, and I'm like, man, this joint is empty. Like, all the stores are gone. See, that affects, when you get rid of one thing, they affect the other, And then with the help wanted signs means, okay, they don't have workers here. They can't give the same services. Stuff ain't getting made. Like, I remember when I was getting a new couch and stuff, I was lucky to get a couch that was already made, but I went to a couple places and they said, hey, you order this couch, we might be able to get it back to you in 6 months. And I was like, 6 months? They said, yeah, they don't have people working at the places that make these couches. Indeed, I remember seeing something about FedEx. They had said something and they were like, packages this Christmas could be slow. Packages this Christmas could be slow from them because they don't have enough people. And there's a lot of supply chain stuff because people aren't working. Now, I can see when it was during the COVID thing, when they had the lockdowns, but this is ridiculous. It ain't even that. I mean, they got protocols, whatever, and even with the vaccine mandates, that's for a lot of public positions. Like some of these warehouses, stores, if you show up, just as long as you you got a good temperature on, you don't have a fever on that day. You do have many businesses, people come in and they gotta get tested, and that's fair, that's reasonable. But they, so many of these people, they not working. If you're not working, stuff isn't getting made, and if you're not working, at some point, people run out of money. They can't buy stuff, and it affects you otherwise. See, some people think they're not affected. It's like, no, everything touches. The way money got to flow between everything. And I'm just looking at it, I'm just shaking my head because I don't think people seeing the long-term repercussions of this. People going to have to work. Is it the job you want or the job they want? Probably not. But I would say this to them. I say this to a room full of people. You want that money? Okay, add a training. The only people who should be complaining really are some people with some significant training. But a lot of people who ain't getting these jobs don't have training anyway. And there's a lot of these jobs, somebody could walk off the street and get zero training. In fact, they can get on-the-job training. In fact, I would suggest that to a lot of people. If you don't have experience, go work there and learn. There's a lot of jobs you can move up in, like just with some good on-the-job training, And like I said, the only people who should be complaining is people who have significant training. No, okay, you got a right to complain. If you got training in this, you don't want to start at the beginning. You should be like, hold up, I got all this. I'll bring all this money to you. You need to pay me right. Yeah, but you got people not getting these jobs. They got zero experience. Don't have anything. Indeed, even with the minimum wage thing, that was the whole point of minimum wage, to start. The minimum wage people has never been really for somebody who got family and all that. It was supposed to be for some young people to get on the job training. That's what it's always been for. And working in retail myself, I can tell you, I've known quite a few people. They started off minimum wage and ended up as managers and moved up in the company. And that's a lot of places. They start off, they get the train, then they move up. That's how it should be. But yeah, these help wanted signs. Oh man. But you know what? For those of y'all want to hustle, y'all still doing y'all thing. Y'all got 2 and 3 jobs. Y'all ain't worried about help wanted. Y'all got your own businesses and y'all moving up in y'all company. Some of y'all probably gonna be CEOs. You know what? Let's go make that money.